What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video, and I am pleased to be making a video on probably one of the most anticipated sneaker releases of 2020, and of course I'm referring to the Fire Red Air Jordan 4s, the 2020 remake. And there's a couple reasons why I think these are going to be a banger of a release. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, the Fire Red Air Jordan 4s are finally coming back and for a return. I think the last retro was 2012, so it's been basically 8 years since we've seen such an iconic sneaker hit the shelves. And I think that these are going to be a super huge release. There's a couple reasons for that, and you know what, let's get all the release info out of the way. They're going to be dropping around Black Friday, so it's going to be heating up. It's basically going to be dropping 28th of November 2020 for a retail price of 200 USD or 270 Australian dollars. You can cop, if you live in Australia, they'll be loading up on the sneakers website on the 28th for 270 bucks, so go and stay tuned for that. I'll leave a link to to the listing down in the description below, so make sure you go and check that out. And if you live internationally in America or whatnot, I will leave on screen some places that you can cop. There's a ton of places, and I do predict that stock levels for the sneaker will be absolutely high, so that's really exciting for a ton of Air Jordan collectors or people that just really genuinely love to rock this shoe and wants to wear them for personals and whatnot, because they will have the opportunity to purchase the shoe at retail, no problems. They don't have to pay resale prices, crazy resale prices. So these are more aimed at the at the genuine collectors of Air Jordans, or the people that just generally want to rock the sneaker. So that is pretty exciting, and that's great news for those people of that sort. It is bad news for those dedicated resellers out there, because that means they won't be making that much profit since supply is really high. So it sort of evens out demand for the shoe. Without a doubt, these will still sell out, just because there's a lot of factors that I mentioned before. So let's get into those factors. So for the first reason I think that these sneakers are actually going to do pretty well is the fact that this is the first re-retro of the original pair that released in 1989, that releases with the famed Nike Air branding on the back heel tab. Now that's absolutely insane, because obviously people really prefer the look of the OG Nike Air branding on the heel as opposed to the Jumpman Air branding that we've seen on past releases. So that's really good news for OG Jordan fans. They can finally get a taste of what the OG 1989 pair looked like. If we look at pre-sale prices, I just really want to refer to the pre-sale prices on StockX. You can see that they are currently hovering around 300 to 320 Australian dollars, which is pretty alarming, since that's about 50 bucks above the retail price. So we can already see that if that's the pre-sale prices, they may drop to around 300. They might not go more than slightly above retail, I'm looking at. So therefore, even though it's an Air Jordan Retro OG colorway, I do not think that this is a beneficial investment for your money. When we're talking about the capital investment, which is a pretty high retail, 270 bucks, higher than most Air Jordan retails actually. And considering the return on investment that you get, even though it's an OG sneaker, even though everything like that, with all of the data sets that I'm seeing from StockX and other platforms, I don't think that it will be a solid investment. And if you guys are thinking, hey man, hold is a hold, maybe down the line it'll be worth a lot, the Air Jordan 4s from 2012, the Fire Reds, they're hovering around 450 Australian bucks. So think about it, 8 years it had time to go up, but it didn't even reach double of retail. So you can take that as you will. These might go different since there's a Nike Air in the back. That's a remastered colorway, but that's what I see happening. I don't see it going further than 350 within the next year. That's just what I'm seeing. If the pre-sale prices are hovering around 340 as of right now, I don't think that will reach further than 350 or touch 400 within the next, within the short term. Within the macro, within the long term, I do think that it might reach $400, just because we have that Nike Air on the back heel tab as the premium for this release. I see it plateauing at around 370 to 400 bucks within the next 18, 24 to 36 months. But take that as you will. This is just my advice, and I'm sure a lot of you might agree based on the reports that we're seeing on StockX or on other platforms. But I do think that if you buy this sneaker, it is a flip. It's lunch money. If you sell locally or whatnot, this is definitely a lunch money sneaker. You're not going to really double your money. Don't expect these to quadruple in price. Take it as a fan service for all the Air Jordan collectors out there. So for the genuine collectors out there, this is a release for you. It's not mainly a release for people to make money on. It's a release for people to appreciate the iconic, you know, image of the OG Fire Red Jordan 4s. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I'll leave all of the links that I find helpful down in the description below. Hope you guys all cop. Release dates 20th of November, retail for 200 USD. That's pretty much all from me. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace out.